Hello, naked friends. My sending unit has been leaking. I tightened it. That didn't stop the leak. I have purchased a new gasket. I'm going to remove this, install the new gasket, and then fill the tank back up. That will answer the question about whether it is the gasket or whether it is leaking around the top of the sending unit. I'm going to use this punch to drive that ring around as much as I can. And that should pop right up now. Time to disconnect the wires. Wires off, ring off. We'll call that the locking ring. There we go. Out it comes. So there's the unit. Certainly doesn't look like new, but everything is moving very nice and freely. And there is the gasket, looking pretty rough. Hopefully I'm just going to be able to change the gasket and it'll be back in business. How can I protect the fuel and not get sediment and crud into the tank when I remove that gasket and try to clean this up? So far so good. I'll scrape that carefully, maybe use a shop vac. Again, I can't use this one-handed, but I'm going to basically scrape gently and vacuum, scrape and vacuum. That cleaned up pretty well using a small screwdriver and the vacuum cleaner, carefully avoiding getting anything down inside to get this gasket from Partzilla. I'm going to spend a little time cleaning up that surface as well. That's all been scraped and blown out 2 or 3 times. I feel fine about that. However, now I look more closely at the top, and I'm wondering if I should just go ahead and clean that old sealing material off. I'm not going to put this back in the tank, fill the tank up, only to watch it leak out through there. So it looks like it won't be hard to get this old material off. Brighten up the surfaces, put some epoxy on here, so that'll cure. Put a little of this red grease on the gasket, the rubber gasket. I see there's a mark on here. I'm not sure what that's about, but I'm going to put that mark at the arrow on the tank. Right there is the arrow on the tank. I'm going to put that white line marked up with that arrow. I think I can start this by hand because of the grease. Let's see. Yeah, I can get it started. So of course the experienced mechanics are now laughing at me because I put the locking ring on before I put the sending unit in place. No wonder it slid on so nicely. I could of course edited this out, but what the heck. I need to show the stupid things I do too. So now I'm going to back that off, put the sending unit in place, then put the ring back on. Check. New gasket is in place. Everything's been cleaned up. Now to put the sending unit back in, this time before the locking ring. Down she goes. That tab catches right there. To hold that in place, right there. And the locking ring, like so. Snug the locking ring up until this arrow lines up with this arrow. Tank is full and we have no leaks from the seal or from top of the sending unit. I guess the question is, how long will this last? But for now, this is successful.